I'm currently standing on the corkscrew at Laguna Seca because today we're gonna be doing one of the most requested videos we've ever had from you guys. Today we're gonna be seeing how our M4 performs on its first ever track day. So for those of you who do not know what this car is, this is my G82 M4. Now this car has a GT3 Cup body on it. It has all the factory aero and all of the body parts from an actual Cup car, but the car is actually just stock. Inside it has AC, it has Apple CarPlay, it has all of your airbags, it has your stock seats. It's 100% normal on the inside, but the outside is quite a different story. We have about 6 to 7 extra inches on either side, and we're wrapped in 315s on all 4 corners. There's tons of downforce on this car, there's tons of width on this car, but the power is still stock. So today we're at the track with a private BMW track day. So we're in a sea of other stock G82s and stock M4s, and we're about to whip some butt. We're like the big shark in the sea right now, and those are all like the little baby sea creatures. We have a bunch of aero and a bunch of grip, and that should make us a faster car, but we're gonna find out today. And if you have not seen the whole entire build series on this car, I'm gonna link it down below. It took us about 8 months to build, and it was quite the process. All right, M4 GT3 kind of hits the track. I was able to get an open face helmet so you guys can actually see me a little bit, which is nice. I have my tire pressure set to about 30 cold right now, so it gets us like 35 hot. All right, here we go. All right, outside. Once you see, the real thing you gotta do is just set that weight for suspension, and then you could literally walk all the way through it foot floored. No dramas. So when we do our laps, when we get to this turn right here, this is where that sound booth is. So I actually have to go pretty slow up this hill, like completely off throttle. So I dropped to like 6th gear so that it's as quiet as possible. And then once I get past this bridge, then I'm able to crank it up a little bit. Rumble strip. Up the hill, we're gonna have a corkscrew right here. You can brake so late, oh my gosh. Let's go. Oh, that was about a G right there on our G-force. Such a fun layout, man. This track is so good. Super late brake, hairpin left, down to 2nd gear. We're gonna ride full throttle all the way through the bridge as we come down this crest. It's a very aggressive brake. Trust that. Oh my God, it even scares me sometimes. Brake, brake, brake. I have so much more brake on than I could go. I could literally brake even later, but I'm a little scaredy baby. About 110. Gonna have to just float my way up here, unfortunately. Dustin, I'm gonna give you the lead. We'll follow Dustin's line here. I won't be able to keep up with him, but let's follow his line. Dustin's an amazing driver. He's been competing the past couple years. It's been so amazing watching him progress as a driver. He takes it a little wider. I like that line. We just got black flag. I don't know why. Who did we get black flag for now? They're just tossing black flags like it's candy. Oh my God, it's so good, you guys. It's such a good car. Add a fuel, please refuel. It handles so well. It's amazing. I'd like to upgrade the cooling because the car does get warm.
you get a black flag?
Well, I don't know if it was me or...
Him. It's not you. Go ahead.
It was Dustin. Dustin got black flagged. I think it's because he was coming up really hot behind me when we were going up the sound check. They probably don't know that me and Dustin are driving with each other. And I lifted, and I obviously went really slow, and Dustin came up really aggressively behind me, like really aggressively, but they must not know. I mean, obviously they don't know. Me and Dustin are driving like that together for fun. This definitely could use a tune, more cooling, but other than that, I haven't even adjusted with the Olin suspension. I'm driving it how I drive it on the street at home, which is like in pretty much full comfort. And once you understand how it drives, the car is great. It does nothing funny. It doesn't do anything weird. It's very consistent and has a lot of grip and has insane braking. What'd they yell at you for? Sound? Now Dustin got busted for sound. Oh, Laguna, why must you do this to us, Laguna? I love this car. This just made me fall in love with it so much more. When a car is enjoyable on the street and you could road trip it and be comfortable, and then you come to the track and you're just laying down heaters and just a grin and a smile that I don't have often. And it's times like these where I'm like, damn, maybe I could get into grip driving. I love drifting. That's my favorite. I've never been that big of a fan of grip, but I drive this on track and I'm like, what am I talking about? Absolutely I could. This car is so sick. What I hoped was not gonna happen literally just happened. I got black flagged. There is a noise limit for today. When I was here a month ago in the R34, it was about 104, 105. Today, it's a 92.
It is a Monday.
It's a Monday.
It's a work day.
So they have to keep the track quiet. And I did a couple sessions and was lifting on the sound check on the back of the hill. That's like the hack. Once you start going up the hill where the sound check is, to lift, don't be on throttle, let the torque ride you up, and you can at least get through that section. You have a slower lap time in general, but we're not here to break any records. We're just here to have a good day. And I was with Dustin. Dustin was like, dude, your car's so quiet, I was with you. Just pin it, you'll be fine. Well, I did that and got about 3 laps in with Dustin and then started getting black flag waved at me. So if it happens again, we'll be smoked. We won't be able to drive this car anymore. But I am so impressed with this car. I am so happy with this car. Here's the couple things that I will say. Having this tire setup is really awesome, but because we have such a tall sidewall, it is a 315/40. You really have to wait for the car to set its weight, and then you can kind of push through it. The turn-in dive is a little bit delayed, meaning when you turn the wheel, it's almost like you turn, then the car sets, and then you're good to go. Where if we had a lower profile, it would probably be a little bit better in that regard. I was just talking with Michael Essa, because he is here today, and we were talking about it, and he said the same thing. He's like, I bet you when you go and you turn in, you kind of have to like set it, wait for it, and then get in. I'm like, that's exactly how it drives. It's not a negative thing. It's just something that I was just driving my RS, that thing's like a little dart around track. It's so good. And on this car, it's amazing, but it drives a little bit differently. So once you kind of get used to that, it's great. Honestly, a really big highlight for this car so far has been the brake setup. We have AP Racing brakes in the front, and oh my God, they actually feel better than my GT3 RS. I have gotten 0 brake fade so far, and I can also brake, I would probably say like 50 feet later in the M4 than I can brake in the GT3 RS, which I think is pretty amazing. When I was on track with other G80s and G82s, when we go on big high-speed sweepers, I literally gain 1 to 2 car lengths every turn. The downforce and grip of this car is immense and is very noticeable. It is so sick. And so far, 0 dramas. I'm getting a little bit of heat soak. That's one thing that I am noticing. But other than that, I really don't have anything negative to say about this car at this point in the track day. Hey, f you!
What? I waited for you.
I got black flagged!
Why?
For being too loud! F you! That's your fault. I was behind you, I'm like, all right, now you lead. And then they were like, black flag you! And I was like, damn. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not as fast as you, but it's really fun. I started following your line and I was like, ooh, you go deep in the rumbles.
Yeah. Use the whole track, baby.
Okay, then I started doing it and I was like, oh, sick. Yeah, Dustin's a ripper. He competes a lot. Dustin's an amazing driver, so I was trying to fall off of his line. It was super sick.
Just ran a 37.6.
Damn! You hit traffic like every other lap.
Every lap. I hit a 37 passing this guy.
Damn, this guy's fast.
Just got more in.
Uh-oh, that's not a good sign.
Blown up. It's game over.
Yeah,
Oh,
game over.
no.
He's gonna turn in the car.
TJ, I need a new motor.
What'd you do?
I need a new motor. I have a hole.
Like an exhaust leak.
No, there's a hole in here.
Like an actual hole in it.
Well, we got black flag for smoke, and then I think it's because the axle grease got all over the exhaust. And then there's a hole in my exhaust because I guess the axle's hitting it. You want to see? Come on in. Oh, he's coming in.
Oh, I see it. Oh, your axle hit the exhaust.
Yeah, and the boot came off, but it cut a hole in my exhaust.
Huh. Yeah, I guess you're really getting a little more use out of this suspension geometry when you're on the racetrack versus the street, huh?
I've had 7 years, no problem.
Well, we pushed it.
I'm just kidding.
We're getting a little special treatment today, and we get to go on track to do some rollers and stuff. So we're gonna go M4, M2, Kevin's car for some photos, mainly Chase, and then the RS. And we're gonna get some rollers and stuff. This is really cool. Hopefully we can get like a cool, we could maybe, I'll say this, if the intro of this video is me standing on the track, it's because we were able to reshoot our intro, because originally we reshot the intro right over there with the corkscrew sign up above. But if we have the opportunity to stop on track, we're gonna do that. That will be sick, opening this video, standing on the track. This is the coolest thing. We have my RS behind us, Kevin's BMW behind that, Dustin in the M2, and then Anthony hanging out in the back of a Raptor on Laguna. This doesn't even feel real. This is so crazy, dude. I can't believe any of this is actually happening. The fact that I have the RS here and the M4, oh, dreams, dude. The goal wasn't to build the fastest M4 to ever exist, but was to create a very unique type of car that you will not see on the street while maintaining performance, and if we can, improve it. And once I got used to it, I was able to anticipate the way the car drove and felt amazing. It may not be the fastest M4 out there, but it's definitely the best looking one.
Good job, boys. We're gonna stop right here. That was without a doubt probably my favorite roller photo video session I've ever done in my entire life. That was so sick. We're gonna stop under the Mission Bridge now and we're gonna get some stills, but are you kidding me? Dude, wow.
We had super limited time to get what we got, but I think we got everything. Said it once, I'll say it a million more times. It's just a dream to actually be standing here and have the opportunity to even do all of this. This is one thing too, if you guys haven't seen now that we're track level, this corkscrew's elevation, I don't wanna say what it is, I don't wanna be wrong, but from that corner to this corner is like 3 or 4 stories, I think. It's ridiculous. I mean, just from here to here is almost like two and a half stories. It's that crazy elevation. This is why, I guess where I got this tattoo at this track, this corkscrew is so famous. That takes such a set of balls to commit to go down. It's really not that scary, but it's intimidating to look at. It's honestly the best part of the track. It's so fun. It's so epic. But I think we got enough shots. We gotta get out of here. Guys, I'm gonna go hot with the track. We gotta get off.
All right, time to go.
We gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. That was awesome.
How was everybody's track day?
It was a great day. Almost died.
He got kicked off the track.
Yeah. Duddy, M2, gone.
How was your track day?
To be able to come here with 2 separate cars and have 0 issues with either of them and have them work flawlessly feels amazing. And that is gonna conclude our track day. That was sick. I wish I got some clips of Kevin, but I drove with him a little bit and then I drove his car to kind of show him a little bit more what the limits would be. And he was just squealing like a girl the whole entire time. It was the funniest thing. You can't really film with cameras in there, and we didn't have a GoPro set up, so we didn't get it. But unfortunately, when you guys saw his car was all jacked up in the rear, when I was driving this car, we were driving a lot faster. When I was driving it, the axle must have been under a lot of load and was like angled a lot lower, and it hit his exhaust and cut a hole in his exhaust, and then put axle grease everywhere. Kevin's car got a little messed up. But other than that, every car was flawless. Well, then Dustin got black flagged and got kicked out. So maybe it was really just flawless for us. 0 issues. These G2s held up really, really well. You guys wanna see something horrendously awesome? Look at these wheels. I guess on camera it still looks kind of bronze. Look at all of the dirt deposit spots. Those are where all like the breaks of hardware are. With these pads, what I've learned is if you do not clean these wheels like a day or 2 after you have all that buildup, it like stains the barrels and it's just a nightmare to get off. So we found the nearest car wash and we're gonna clean these things up. One thing that happened today that I was pretty bummed about, and it just happens when you're at the track, and this is why you PPF everything. A little backstory, this car, when I bought it, never had PPF on it. It already, to be honest, has quite a bit of rock chips and, you know, just torn up rear quarters from just the previous ownership, and the front wasn't perfect either. And because it wasn't perfect, I was like, I'm not gonna PPF over that. You'd have to repaint it, and I just didn't want to do that. I will at some point, but I didn't. So there's no PPF on this car. But look at this. We got a crazy rock scarring. So the Porsche badge is actually a sticker on the RS, and it like chewed up the sticker. I could buff all of that out, but it tore up the freaking sticker. Kind of bummed about that, but hey, cars are cars. We use them to have fun, and we had absolutely max fun with both of these cars today. So let's go ahead and get a little wash, clean these suckers up.
Only the best.
Never travel without my Meguiar's, that's for sure. I brought this because I knew I would need it. Bug and tar remover. Meguiar's makes a really heavy duty one. On the front end of the car, I have all these like bug splatters and some tar, but the tar mainly came out. But all these bug splatters, they're really hard to get off. So this stuff's really awesome. All you do is you just spray it on, and we'll let it sit. It's all over my headlights and stuff. We'll let this sit for like 5 minutes, and we'll come back to it, and all the stuff will just fall right off. It's something I always keep for the drift cars because we're always getting like tar from other tires. This will remove like door marks off your door. But for track cars like this, such a good product. I think we need it on the RS too.
I didn't know they made that.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
It's a sick one. I don't actually, the RS doesn't even need it. Just the M4, so that thing's a freaking billboard going down the track. Uber? Uber?
TJ?
For TJ?
Yeah.
Sweet, thanks.
Is there 3 TJs?
Yes.
3 of you guys.
Yep.
TJ number 2, I assume?
Yep.
And TJ number
No, this guy's
3.
not with us. Dude, why is he getting in the car?
What the heck? Who are you?
Oh
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. 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 Whoa. Woo.
I'll never fight you.
I'm ready.
Woo.
What's the matter, Daddy? We said it was Dylan's birthday for the free ice cream.
All right, ready on the count of 3.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you.
Now the next morning, it's 7 a.m. and we are starting our drive home. We have about 7 or 8 more hours to drive. And I'm just driving in the back of the group, watching the RS and watching Kevin drive. And I'm sitting here just thinking about how much I enjoyed these past 2 days. There's a certain sense that you get, or that I get personally, when you use a car to its full potential, or at least attempt to reach its full potential. We are all modifying our cars to try to make them better machines, better at what they do, go faster, stop quicker, handle better. Being able to actually take the time to go and put it on a racetrack and push the car, find the limits of the car, and really use all of the upgrades that you've put on the car to find the performance, or really get something from the extra performance of those parts, is such an amazing feeling. And obviously this isn't something new, but to be able to do it with my M4 and my RS and enjoy a big trip with the boys and go get photos and drive on track and make the memories was such a fun experience. I've really enjoyed this video, and I really enjoyed this whole entire trip. As you guys know, we've been on this trip for a couple days and we've made multiple videos throughout it, but it was so much fun. Now I can't find myself thinking about, ooh, we should take this to the Willow Springs racetrack by our house, or ooh, now we should go somewhere else, or ooh, maybe now we should travel like towards like middle of America and do some stuff like that. Because lately, you know, we've been doing so much drifting and we load up the semi truck or we load up the truck and trailer and the cars get towed out there and we go and we drive those tracks on the dedicated race cars, that's one thing. But to do it with your street cars and then find that balance of street versus track, for me personally, like, it feels good knowing you're using the vehicle to that degree. It hits a different side of like the inner child desire to own these cars in a way that I don't hit nearly enough. I do it sometimes, but this trip was a reminder that I need to do it more. There's a deeper appreciation for the car once you go and you do that and you start using them like they were meant to be driven. And it's got me so fired up. It's got me fired up at 7 a.m. right now, just thinking about that. Now I can't wait to finish the 991.2 red GT3 because that's just a faster version of our purple RS with the manual gearbox, and I can't wait to drive that back to back with the RS. And now we have our 997, which I'm more than floored about. As you guys know, I've been talking about that car for so long. I'm so stoked I finally have one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, because it tells us that we did a good job and you guys enjoyed what we did, so we can focus more on that stuff in the future when filming other videos. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I had a blast. I hope you guys did too watching this. And I'll see you boys in the next one. Peace out and keep moving forward.